Hey, what's up guys? This is Hawk 100. Today is Wednesday, October 3rd, 2012, and welcome to my world. So today, I'm actually going to rehearse something I have to do for my class tomorrow in philosophy. And that is, I was the only one assigned this project, by the way, to talk about a quote from Socrates about ethics and knowledge. So I'm going to rehearse this as if you guys are my classmates, and we'll see how it goes. So the quotes I found online, alright, this is why I'm practicing. I found a couple quotes online. The first was that virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth and every other good thing which men have comes from virtue. And I found an expanded version of that, which related to the trial we read about in the Apology, which is, I do nothing but go around persuading you all, old and young alike, not to take thoughts for your persons or your properties, but and chiefly to care about the greatest improvement of the soul. I tell you that virtue is not given by money, but that from virtue comes money, and every other good of man, public as well as private. This is my teaching, and if this is the doctrine which corrupts the youth, I am a mischievous person. So, in my opinion, if you're a good person and you have the best intentions for whatever it is you're doing, then only good will come from it. But if you intentionally try to harm someone in order to gain something yourself, then only bad will come from it. So depending on what you believe in, you could go to hell, have karma come back and get you, or simply feel bad about doing something that you know is ethically wrong. Another important thing from the Apology that we all know is how Meletus accused Socrates of intentionally corrupting and depraving the youth. So to Socrates, this was a fundamental flaw that he tried to address to the court. He said that if he was, in fact, harming the young, then he is doing so unintentionally. This point is elaborated in the notes section after the reading, which says, and I quote, Socrates' denial that he corrupts the young intentionally relies upon the principle that human beings never intentionally follow a course of action which they know or believe to be harmful to themselves. And since, in Socrates' view, all wrongdoing is harmful to the agent, it follows that all wrongdoing is unintentional and curable by the removal of ignorance. And after reading this and an excerpt from the readings Meno and Republic, these are the conclusions that I found out of dealing with ethics and knowledge. One way for people to, the only way for people to not intentionally hurt someone is by not expecting anything in return. So if you have nothing to gain, you have nothing to lose, especially since you're only giving your own opinion. And this way, ethics does not interfere with knowledge in any way, shape, or form. Also, some people think that others desire the evil and the good by weighing out each of their benefits. So if you're interested in evil, you must be gaining something from someone else's loss. And this, in my opinion, is how I believe Meletus was thinking about Socrates. Because Meletus thinks this: Socrates is expressing blasphemy about religion because he wanted followers. And obviously, none of us believe in this. And this goes back to the part of the quote that says, all wrongdoing is unintentional and curable by the removal of ignorance. And I don't think Meletus saw this because of his own lack of knowledge. His own lack of knowledge didn't let him understand how Socrates gave unbiased facts about the world using logic, not just by blindly agreeing with the gods, which is what most people in that time did. Because at that time, everybody agreed with the gods without wondering what the motives of the gods themselves were. So when Socrates began to explain and question the beliefs of the gods themselves and why they did what they did, the people couldn't believe that he would even think to do that. So as a result, the people simply rushed to the first conclusion they could make about Socrates, which was to accuse him of being an atheist, which eventually led him to his death sentence. So that's everything I have for my presentation. Hopefully this wasn't too boring to you guys. This was more of a thing to help me rehearse, and hopefully you guys learned something from it. Just to keep in mind, I'm not gonna be. If you did find this boring, I'm not gonna be doing this anymore. So, yep. So, anyway, I guess that's really about all for now. Oh, also, if you have been watching this to this point, I made a Facebook page, facebook.com/smhawk100. So I'll put a link to that in the description below. So if you could like that, that'd be awesome. Anyway, yep. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out, people.